Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1608, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. What South American animal is the world's largest rodent? The capybara. If cattle are bovine, what are sheep? Ovine. What two murderesses does Billy Flynn represent in Chicago? Velma Kelly and Roxy Hart. Who claims to have invented the name Remington Steele? Laura Holt. Violeta Chamorro was the leader of what country? Nicaragua. What are the highest and lowest cards in poker? Answer: Ace is highest and 2 is lowest. Which of the following African countries is not located within the Sahara Desert? Mali, Mauritania, Niger, or Senegal? Senegal, spanning 11 countries, the massive desert is about the size of the U.S. and is the largest hot desert in the world. Flour cooked together with fat is known as what? Rust. What is traditionally the main fruit ingredient in a riki? Limes. Corfu is part of which country? Greece. Whose sidekick was named Passepartout? Phileas Fogg. What's the only country outside of Africa where lions still live in the wild? India. Which German prison camp did Pat Reed try to escape from? Colditz. What usually has cream in its New England version and tomatoes in its Manhattan version? Clam chowder. What sports term is also the name of the dimple at the bottom of a wine bottle? Punt. Which Irish town gives its name to a 5-line humorous verse? Limerick. In Spirited Away, the workers that feed coal to the boiler furnace are made from what? Soot. Where is the world's oldest continuous underground fire? Australia, a 6,000-year-old fire beneath the surface, is the world's oldest known underground fire that is still burning. What year was the first book of the Bourne Trilogy series first published? 1980. In the movie Austin Powers and Goldmember, what country is Goldmember from? Holland. Who did Richard Nixon run against in the 1968 U.S. presidential election? Hubert Humphrey. What is the capital of Gabon? Libreville. Which mathematician coined the mathematical term Google? Edward Kastner. He used it in a 1940 book as an example of a number, 1 followed by 100 zeros, so large it baffles the imagination. In which of the Die Hard films does Samuel L. Jackson star in? Die Hard with a Vengeance. Which farm animal is known as a ram, ewe, and lamb? Answer: sheep. Female sheep are called ewes, male sheep are called rams, and baby sheep are called lambs. How many toes do ostriches have on each foot? 2. What year did Napoleon become King of Italy? 1805. Which U.S. state is home to Isle Royale National Park? Michigan. What is the name of Gene Autry's horse? Champion. Which Canadian Prime Minister was born on December 25, 1971? Justin Trudeau. Where can you find the iconic Apollo Theater? Harlem, New York City. Giovanni Boccaccio's collection of novellas are known as what? The Decameron. In mathematics, which prefix refers to 10 to the power of 21? Zeta. In Monty Python and the Holy Grail, what do the knights bang together to mimic the sound of trotty? Coconuts. What was the name of the Argentine cruiser sunk after a British attack during the Falklands War in 1982? General Belgrano. For whom is the left field foul pole at Boston's Fenway Park officially named? Carlton Fisk. Which beer was advertised as probably the best beer in the world in the 1970s? Carlsberg. Who wrote the play Heartbreak House, a Fantasia in the Russian Manner on English themes? George Bernard Shaw. Gluten is a type of what? Protein. In the film Gone with the Wind, who was Scarlett O'Hara's nurse from birth? Mammy. Who was the only president to serve in both world wars? Dwight D. Eisenhower. What candy used the ad slogan, "Get the Sensation"? York Peppermint Patty. Which American writer and poet's only novel was The Bell Jar? Sylvia Plath. What is the technical name for having different colored eyes? Heterochromia. Who won the first season of the TV series American Idol? Kelly Clarkson. In which battle was Nelson killed? Battle of Trafalgar. Who portrays Tom Clancy's hero Jack Ryan in the movie The Sum of All Fears? Ben Affleck. What vehicle was driven by Michael Knight? Kit. Which country's national fruit is an ackee? Jamaica. Creamy, mild, and perfectly paired with sweet or savory dishes, the ackee is the national fruit of Jamaica. What actress shaved her head for her role in the movie G.I. Jane? Demi Moore. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.